Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to my channel Miracles of Math. So in the previous lecture, we learned how to use logarithm tables and how to find the logarithm values. And as mentioned in today's lecture, we will see how to use anti-logarithm tables to find anti-logarithm values. Okay, anti-logarithm. This is the first time we are hearing. What are anti-logarithms? Which are exactly opposite of logarithms or inverse of logarithms. See here. In the previous class, we have learned how to find the value of, let us say, log 257.98, which we got around 2.4114, if I am not wrong. Maybe, just near to that, maybe. So now what an anti-logarithm is, see, it is like logarithm of x is equal to some value y. Now, I want to find for what value of this one, we do get logarithm of that number is 2.4114. So that we use logarithm will go this side becomes anti-log. So anti-log of 2.4114 maybe it will be 257.98. One thing, logarithms are approximate values. We may not get the exact value, but we will get very approximate value. That depends on the decimals we will be using. So logarithm of 257.98 is 2.414. The reverse of that, anti-log of 2.4114 will be around 257.98. Quickly, let us see some examples. Let us take the same example. How to find logarithm of anti-logarithm of 2.4114. Always in anti-logarithms, whatever the value we get here, this is of no use in finding the value. This will only decide the decimal point at the end. At the end of the problem, this will decide only the decimal point. So now, you have the decimal fraction here as 0.4114. 0.4114. So split that into 0.41 and 1 and 4. So what is the meaning of that? Just like logarithms, in 0.41th row. So you have anti-logarithm tables which are given in the description. In that 0.41th row and the first column, and you need to add the mean difference which was given in the fourth column of mean difference. Let us quickly check what it is. So 0.41 and 1, it is 2576. So this value is given as 2576 in anti-logarithm tables which are available in the description. See that at 0.41th row, the first column is having the number 2576 and the mean difference of 4, we are at 0.41, right? Mean difference of 4, we have the value 2. So add that 2 to that number. So we'll get 2578. So this is equal to 2578, but we are not exactly correct. We need to point where the decimal point should be placed. We should check where the decimal point should be placed. What is this number? This number is 2. So add 1 to that. So you get the number 3. If you add 1 to that, you get the number 3. So the decimal point should be placed after 3 digits from the left hand. Not from that position, from here. Okay, this is left, this is right. From the left hand, decimal should be kept after 3 points, that is 257.8. Let us see some more examples with respect to same digits. Finding anti-log of 1.4114. How to find anti-log of this one? I said you, this 2 has no importance with the value. 1 has no importance with value. It only decides the point, the decimal point placed at the end of the problem. So once again, go to anti-logarithm tables, 0.41th row, 1th column and 4th mean difference, and you need to add 4th mean difference, that will be 2 here, and this is 2576. So when you add, you will get 2578, but as we have 1 here, add 1 to that, it becomes 2. So your decimal should be after 2 points, that is 25.78. Quickly see what is antilog of 0.4114? Antilog of 0.4114. So 0 has no importance with the value. So 0.4114, you will get the same value, that is 2578. Yes or no? And for this 0, you add 1, so it becomes 1. So a decimal should be after 1 place, that is 2.578. 2.578. Let us also have one more example, that is antilog of minus 1.4114. See, now it is different. We have a minus. Yes, logarithms are not defined for negative numbers, but anti-logarithms are defined for negative numbers. Yes, because if you see log 10 to the base 10, it is 1. Okay, log 0.1 to the base 10, it will be minus 1. It will be minus 1. So definitely in logarithms you may not have positive numbers, but in anti-logarithms this will be inside anti-logarithm. Anti-logarithm of minus 1 should be 0.1. So inside anti-logarithms negative numbers exist. So how to find this value? Same, 0.4114 will be same, that is 2578. But now the main thing, it is minus 1. So you add minus 1, you add plus 1 to that, you will get plus 1. If you add, you will get 0. That means you need to place decimal at the 0th position. That is, answer is 0.2578. 0.2578. Let us continue with the same digits. I want to find antilog of minus 2.4114. How to find the antilog of this one? Carefully check. Whenever you have negative numbers, you should be very careful. So this is equal to minus 2, right? So at the end, when you add, it is minus 1. Now from the negative numbers, you should be very careful in placing the decimal point. For 4114, 0.41 row, first column and fourth mean difference, when you add all this, you will get the same thing, that is 2578. But now check this one, minus 1. What is the meaning of minus 1? Where to place the decimal at minus 1th position? Minus 1th position means 0.1. Okay, that means you need to keep a 0 here, 1 0. As you have a minus 1, keep a 0 here and a point here. So the answer should be 0.02578. 0. See how the pattern is moving. When you're having 2, you're keeping point after 3. 1 point after 2. 0 after 1. Minus 1, just the starting. And minus 2, you don't have any more places to keep. So that's the reason we are keeping 1 0 and then we are keeping a decimal. Understood how this is moving? Let us go for one more. The same. Let us continue. Antilog of minus 3.4114. How to find this one? Antilog of. Okay. So it is the same. Minus 3, forget about that. 0.4114. You will get the same digits, that is 2578. 2578. And minus 3, if you add 1 to that, it becomes minus 2. So negative minus 2 represents that you need to keep two zeros, and then you need to keep a decimal point. So it is 0.002578. Let us see one more. The same thing, but let us go for one more. Antilog of minus 4.114. So just by seeing, you can say that 0.0002578. Understood how this pattern is moving? Yes or no? Let us see some more values in anti-logarithm. Assume that we don't have this many digits. Let us say we don't have this many digits. We only have few digits. Then how to find anti-logarithm? Antilog of 2.4. We just have this digit 2.4. So this 2 will not have any importance. And you have 0.4. 0.4 means not the number 4. It is at the row 0.40. You don't have 0.4th row. You have 0.40th row. Okay. So 0.40th row. and you don't have any other value, so the 0th column, and you don't have anything, so forget about the mean difference. If you don't have digits, what can you do? You just think that it is equal to 0. 0.40 row, let us check 0.40 row, and 0th column, that is the first one, it is 2512. It is 2512. Let me check that. What I am discussing, 2.4. Yes, 2.4. So it is 2512. It is 2512. But we are not, we shouldn't stop here. This is 2. So 2 means you add 1 to that, it will be 3. So after 3 points, that is 251.2. 251.2. Let us take one more. Antilog of 2.41. Antilog of 2.41. How to find this one? So 0.41 row, 0.41 row. There is no digit after that. So 0th row, and don't worry about the mean difference. Don't worry about the mean difference. So 0.41 row, and the first point, the 0th column will give you 2570. 2570. And 2 plus 1 give you 3, so that you need to keep 257.0. The value will be around 257.0. Let us see some more. Antilog of 2.411. Antilog of 2.411. So go for 0.41 row and the first column, and the column where you are having the number 1. So quickly check that. 0.41 and 1, it is 2576. It is 2576. And you have 2, so keep the decimal after 3 points. 1, 2 and 3. So 257.6. Let us go for one more decimal. Antilog of 2.4114. That is the same thing which we are discussing the first. So you go and search for 0.41 row first, and the mean difference 4. So it is 2576 plus, at mean difference 4 you have the number 2, so it is 2578. And as you have 2, after 3 points you need to replace its value. Clear? Let us have some more examples. .04. Let us find antilog of 2.04. See, now you have a 0.04. Now you need to check for 0.04 row, 0th column, and no mean difference. Okay. Now it is 0.04. You have the 0.04. It is not 40. Please don't confuse with 4 or 40. It is 0.04. So in anti-logarithms, at the very first you have 0.04, and in the 0th column you have 1096. 1096, and as you have 2 here, so it will be after 3 points, that is 109.6. 109.6. Let us see some more examples. Antilog of 2.004. Antilog of 2.004. Do we have 004? Yes, see, 004 is at 0.00 row and 4th column, and there is no mean difference. 0.00 row, 4th column, and there is no mean difference. So check that one, that is the first row, 0.00, and 4th column it is 1009. 1009, and you have 2, so keep after 3, that is 100.9. That is 100.9. Let us see one more decimal. Antilog of 2.0004. So do we have this value? It is 00th row, 0th column, and 4th mean difference. 00 and 0, that is exactly 1000, and you add 4 to this one, it will be 1004. Not 4, sorry. At the mean difference of 4, you have the number as 1. At the mean difference column, okay, you have that as 1. So it is 1001. 1001, and as you have 2 here, after 3 points, 100.1. Okay, let us go for more decimals. Antilog of 2.1234 and then 4. So it is 0th row, 0th column, and mean difference is also 0. Mean difference also 0 means no need to bother about that. Okay, so 0th row, 0.00, and 0th column, you will get it exactly 1000. And after 2, that is after 3 points, it is exactly 100. Now you can ask me, sir, why are we getting 0? What happened to this 4? That means, yes, there exists some value, but in logarithms and anti-logarithms, after 4 decimals, we get an approximate value. This may not be exactly 100.0, but these are rounded to the nearest whole number, that is 100. The approximate number will be 100. The value may be 100.001, something like that, maybe. And it is rounded to 100. In the same way, if you search for antilog of 3.00004, okay. So for this, you get the same value 100, and as you have 3, so you need to go for 4 decimals. Plus 1 will give you 4. You need to place your decimal point after 4 digits. So 1, 2, 3. You don't have one more to go. So keep it 0 and then. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1000.00. That is 1000. Antilog of 3.00004, or simply antilog of 3 is 1000. Let us quickly see one more. Antilog of 4.000001. So whatever zeros are there, you don't bother about that. So all this will be simply taken as 0. Antilog of 4, if you go for that, you will again get 100. Okay, but 0th row, 0th column, and no mean difference after that. You will get 100, but 4 is there, so plus 1 will give you 5. You need to keep the decimal after 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So the answer is 10,000. If you carefully observe this one with logarithms, okay. So log of 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 10 power 4. Logarithm of 10 power 4. If you carefully observe, this is equal to 4. That is the same with anti-logarithm. Clear what are logarithms and what are anti-logarithms? So sometimes, see, always when we are talking logarithms and anti-logarithms, we talk in general with the base 10. With the base 10. So assume that you don't have base 10. Assume that you don't have base 10. Then what to do? For example, in logarithms you have log, let us say 12 to the base 2. But your logarithm tables are with base 10. How to use? Write this as log 12 to the base 10 by log 2 to the base 10. So individually find this one, and divide these two to get the value of log 2 to the base 2. Base can be anything. Log 12 to the base, let us say 7. So find log 12 to the base 10 and log 7 to the base 10. Find and divide. Okay. So I hope you understood how to use logarithm and anti-logarithm tables and how to find their values. Thank you so much. We will meet in the next lecture.